welcome WTL Arena community members to episode 11 of our showcase. EU West, Iron to Emerald. Let's jump into the OPGGs here, Charles.
Alrighty, so on the blue side, in the blue corner, we have Venom Cobra, who is a top lane main, playing Aatrox, plays a bit of Aatrox, not their best champion, but does play it. Ambussy, and best of top main, playing Aatrox, playing Volibear jungle, but it has recently role swapped to jungle, it seems, based on Mythological history. They're a silver player, so they're substantially a bit lower than the other guys. Curtis, do you know who Vanpire is?
Yeah, Vange, long OG MLA member. She's a big Victor player. I think she's learning Ari. Very, very good Victor player. So I'm expecting big things here from Van.
Awesome. I'm not sure who the AD carrier is because the name is Korean. And then Vanilla Ice is...
I think an MLA member, honestly.
Yeah.
MLA member as well.
Could be a recent role swap as well. I do see a lot of
role swap.
champions in here.
Yep.
Other side, we have BrowserOne, who is big ASOL player. Do you know who this ASOL player is?
Yep. ASOL player.
Platinum as well. Viego jungle on roll. We've got a Mythological is off roll. He's a Jace top player playing Nico support. Tenshi is Cogma main playing Caitlyn, and then again we don't know who the top laner is because the name's Korean, but looks relatively even. Honestly, I'm really interested in mid because mid is two scaling mages and they're both on their best champions. So
well, not really. Well, Victor should dominate ASOL. So the Victor's a lane bully. You're a lane bully. ASOL has a very weak lane. So what I'm expecting to see from Van is to definitely accrue a lead. If this gets left in an isolated 1v1, this could get very ugly for ASOL. So it's going to be a test of Browser's ability to minimize, but also Van's ability to kind of push the lead and not die to ganks. Van has put a lot of time into fundamentals. She's a very fundamentally sound Victor player. So I'm keen to see how that plays out in this arena game.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of AD carries who have like fundamentally sound, sometimes they don't have like the best ability to dominate hard winning matchups. Is that something you might see here? Like how hard does Victor need to win? Because in my experience, Victor can win lanes, but he scales really well as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, he scales really well. I think it's more just in this setting where you're getting all this information from everyone. It's not about you and your game. It's about everyone else and the game holistically. So I'm kind of, I'm a little bit intrigued to see how it goes holistically, I would say. She can run over a game. Ben's very good at running over a lane. It's more, how's she going to settle into this arena game?
Alrighty, so junglers, Nathan. We've got to talk about the junglers and we'll come back to mid in a second. Raptor start for Viego, blue start for Volibear, both pathing towards bot. What do we think?
Love it. We really recommend the 8 camp clear on Viego in the Jungle Academy because you get to recall for Heartbound Axe. You really want to do the 8 camp clear, stay on the map for Raptors respawn Krugs. This is beautiful. Don't really care too much about bot. Viego, I'm just playing for Triforce. And Volibear, let's just sprint a bot. We've got a Rakan, Chaos. I think this is fine. I think this is great. Part in the 3v3 in the bot lane. Let's have a look.
So this is a hard losing matchup for the Kai'Sa Rakan. Very, very, very difficult matchup. Nico, one of the strongest laning champions because her Q has crazy base damage. And Caitlyn is obviously a very hard lane bully as well. So this should be very rough. I'm going to expect constant 2-wave crashes into this tower. I'm going to expect this tower to take damage. And honestly, even if Volibear does path down, the 3v3
should be ungankable. They should be. It should be ungankable. Volibear needs to really be careful here, but I would still path bot to Volibear. Just assess, just see what's up. Who knows? Maybe they do some dumb things or trade or whatever it is. Right? You can never count out a bot lane just doing some weird things.
Agreed. I mean, Caitlyn's hard to play for that reason, right? It's like easy in theory to just wail on the turret, but in reality, it's going to get messy.
That's right.
This is really hard for Kai'Sa Rakan. I did not want to be in there.
Unplayable. Yeah. I mean, I would also be happy if, to be honest, if Volibear did path bot to top here, because this is really hard to gank. This is unplayable.
Okay, the Bals is proxying, though. This is exciting. We are seeing some proxy Scion on the third wave of the game. So I don't think Volibear really wants to path towards, potentially this. Maybe it's good. I don't know.
I love what the Kate and Nico are doing. They bounce the wave back out to neutral and are doing another 2-stack. This is very, very impressive to see.
Very impressive, yeah.
Let me show you why this happened, by the way, because this is a really big secret that people miss. It's like they do their initial crash, and then the key, guys, is you fast push this wave. Because if you fast push this wave, that's what makes the wave come back out to the middle. Look, they crash it all into turret. every minion dies in tower,
I
resets
see.
it perfectly back to
Perfectly.
neutral,
Wow.
and now they can't play. So that's the secret there. So very well done by tenshi to fast push that wave there.
So Nico goes for the... So shouldn't Nico be in that lane bush bullying them and zoning them off the wave now? They should stop hitting the wave, shouldn't they?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
Nico
like this.
right at
Yep,
the front. This is
okay, sorry,
excellent.
my bad.
Kaiser has no
Awesome.
wave access.
Good.
I was honestly Volibear basically go for this crab instead. This wave will just crash in, and Caitlyn just wants to extend this lane for as long as possible.
No, don't gank this. Oh,
We're
it's going to ruin the game.
We're injecting chaos. Hands off the keyboard. Execute.
Let's have a look. It's just so... I mean, Volibear does have a faster clear than Viego. I mean, to be honest, 3v3 wise, like they
have good
actually
3v3.
They have very good 3v3. So, and Caitlyn, like Kaiser and Rakan, they like fighting the river and stuff like that. Caitlyn and Nico doesn't.
But priority, guys. Come on. Priority beats all. Nico moves first. Volibear.
Wait, can we get really specific with the... Yeah, can we just go back in quickly?
I think Rakan needed to...
Well, Caitlyn
You need to play for the 3v3. You need to play for the 3v3.
Like, for
went
starters,
for it.
I don't even like this W. I think you have to hold your W here.
Hold,
The
yeah.
threat
You know
of
what
your
you
W.
do? You wait for Caitlyn to touch a minion. Supports, stop using your engage abilities when the AD carrier has already zoned themselves for the wave.
Yeah.
Caitlyn
You've already done
must
your
walk
job.
up to hitch the wave. Wait for her to step up to the wave and then go in with the W.
And no one's even going to follow up on this anyway, even if it did land. Volibear's in Narnia.
Yeah.
You're not going to... But so what should happen is Rakan should have actually just sat in the river there, to be honest.
Yeah.
And held W.
Just
Dominate the space.
Dominate the space. Like, exactly right.
And then Volibear could just go for a double crab or whatever it is.
So
and
look,
like,
it's not easy to execute, right? Because
No.
the Caitlyn and Nico kind of have prior. So I like Charlie's initial take in terms of just volley, just going topside and just leave the scuttle, trade scuttles. But I think it could have been played a lot better from Rakan.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is what happens with junglers path towards their weak side of the map, because again, Caitlyn and Nico is too much range, Kaiser Rakan too short range. This is what can happen. It gets really ugly. You don't need to do this to win the game.
Is
What did
Van
Van
there?
do?
What?
Yeah, what has Van
Oh,
done?
God.
He's getting sucked in. It's a team game, Curtis. You've got to help the team. It's a team game. You just got to walk down, and then look what happens. He gets halfway, and then it's just.
Oh,
And then Nico with a beautiful W or E or whatever that spell is. That was great.
All right, so we've got to strike Volibear. Volibear's obviously created all this chaos. It's
Rakan
like
needs a
borderline
half
edit.
strike, and
Half strike.
Victor needs a half strike.
Yes. 3
Is that not
half
end of
strikes,
review
yeah.
for Is that not end of review for Victor?
I mean, it's a bit. I mean, look,
If
I-
Jungle
we'll give it a
Academy, that's
half.
end of review. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, it's not an end of review in the MLA. It's just a giant like red flag.
I guess you can TP back. Is
And
Volibear out
Volibear
the game,
strike.
Nathan? Is it end of review?
I mean, he's ruined, but the fact that he ruined also Victor's game, so it's end of review, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be end of review. It has to be, dude. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's big.
It's so easy to not do it. You know, it's so easy
That's
to go
right.
top crab. Like
yeah.
that's why I don't even entertain the possibility of fighting that 3v3 because like the execution is just so hard.
It's so hard, yeah. It's so much
Yeah.
can go wrong, yeah.
Okay. I like this opportunistic little visit. This is quite cool. Is he going to
So
lose
Red-
Raps for it though?
Red team are in the driver's seat. They've got complete control. ASOL hasn't been shut down early. ASOL's now going to be rock and rolling, scaling. You know, Viego's doing obviously a very good job now. This is Red team's game to win.
Agreed. So I don't know exactly what happened with the recalls. To be honest, like in Platinum, I think as long as you're recalling at an okay time, it's fine. I think the strategy of like leave Nico to hold the wave and kind of Caitlyn gets a good base is great, but I think Nico's heavily overcomplicated this.
Yeah, she's tried to cook. She tried to cook and hold the wave or something.
Yeah. So what should happen here is Caitlyn should base, Nico should just stay and then hold the wave.
Yeah,
But like hold it here and hide
What-
around the corner, hide your intention and then hold it.
agreed.
Or just base.
You know what they could do as well? They could even pretend to be Caitlyn. You know,
Yeah, that would be
or
cool.
something,
Yeah.
and act really scared, or even turn into Viego, go out of fog, and like hover, just
That would be
completely
fun, yeah.
like things like that. You could get spicy. You could get spicy here.
I also, to be honest, if I'm holding the Caitlyn to a very high standard, I don't even like the recall at all. Just extend the lane. Like keep
Yeah.
going. Like you were shitting on Kai'Sa.
True.
I think like giving Kai'Sa that respite of the recall is actually bad. But in Platinum, I wouldn't mind too much.
Yep.
bad things.
I want to watch this from Red Team's perspective for a little bit now. I want to see what Viego does. How does
Viego
Viego?
could completely. So Viego needs to really do not much. Play for Triforce. And
Hasn't he
win
played
the
a
game.
perfect game, Nathan? He's just double fully to bot, got a kill, done it
Perfect.
again. Like
Absolutely
this is
clean.
awesome, right?
This is exactly how we teach Viego. Yes, you play for Triforce. You don't force anything. Is this a false dragon? Now I'm getting concerned.
Dragon seems fine. I like
mean,
this
it's
dragon.
a pushing wave state.
Yeah,
I love
bot lane
this.
pushing
No,
wave
no
state,
camps
yeah.
up. What else is he gonna do?
This is
no,
really
that's
good.
fine. It's good.
I mean, Volibear's on
Nico's
the
at a
golems,
support.
right? Yeah. Very cool.
Beautiful, very clean.
So ASOL is really happy at this point of the game too, right, Curtis? Like just free scaling, just like
Yeah.
is it just game over? Like at this point, if I'm looking at that ASOL, I'm already thinking like I'm as Kai'Sa, like the game's fucked. Like I'm not. winning this game.
Well, look, Victor can bully a level 7. Like, it can get a little bit ugly, but yeah, I mean, I would say yes. There hasn't been enough work done. You know, Asol's now successfully kind of got out of the early lane, and he's farming too well. You know, he's farming way better than the Victor here. So, yeah, it's honestly, I actually don't know how blue team win this game. I'll be honest. What is their win? I mean, Aatrox is their win, right?
Yeah.
They got a
The
skirmish
Aatrox
with the
can't-
polar bear.
This champ's too shit. Like you can't play Aatrox into this comp. Like it's an isolated counter pick into the Scion, but like you're not gonna team fight into Nico, ASOL, and Caitlyn.
Wait,
Yes.
Viego's ganking top. I'm getting really concerned. Can we go back here, please? All right, come on, Viego. All right, so the only way this is gankable if you knew that Aatrox didn't have ult. He has no ult.
Yeah, no ult, no flash. He just solo killed the Scion, right?
Okay, well that's fine then. I just
Good
hope
W
that that's
accuracy.
the intention.
I think
Okay,
it's just
it's
more of
fine.
a drive-by. Like let's look from his perspective, right? He's coming out of base. He's waiting for his camps to spawn. There's no camps up, and he just sees them fighting.
Well, there
Like,
is camp spawning up though, Charles. Like you don't you don't need to do this to win the game. The game's already locked in for Viego. Like gank it a full HP person because think about it from the enemy perspective. This is going to take a long time to gank. What was if Volibear had to counter gank this? Double kill and then suddenly Aatrox is back in the game, right?
Yeah, that's a good
Viego
point.
has no ult, so it's a risk you don't need to take. It's possible, but the principle that we teach in Jungle Academy is when you gank full HP lanes, it's a massive risk because it takes 20 years to kill them, especially like a Scion, and things can go bad, you know. So it can't. The game could have exploded there for sure. I'm not really that fan of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think especially at this level of play, you don't need to just keep it simple.
The game's locked in. Like you see, right? Like you say, no camp swap. Charles, look at your top. Red Krugs Raptors. It should all be gone.
Yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
It's not
Volibear
the
has
best
like
gank.
blown his ulti running top there, just trying to squeeze through. He's gonna die to Scion on his out, by the way.
That's I
That's
mean,
a tail play. That's
yeah.
okay, 2.0.
And dying with all camps up again as Volibear. Just end a review.
These
That's the second
Volibears,
end of
man.
review.
These Volibears.
By the way, Nico needed a half strike for that shenanigans earlier.
Oh,
We didn't
yes,
give
sorry.
Nico a half strike. That is a massive half strike.
100% correct. Are we going to quarter strike Viego for the top gank, or is he going to get away with it? We could quarter strike
Yeah,
him.
he'll get away with it. He'll get away with it. Quarter
He'll get
strike,
away
yeah.
with it.
But you know what the bigger one here? I just can't stand it. This is what happens when you go for that play. You see now he's doing grubs with all camps up. I hate seeing doing objectives with all camps up. Now, it's not a bad objective, but you want to be avoiding this in your gameplay. And this is what happens when you gank extended play tops. It just takes 20 years to do it, and then you lose tempo. So do a half strike for Viego.
Okay.
I really got to emphasize, like, the consequences of going for those ganks because you lose. It's not about the gank. It's about losing the tempo on camps. I hate the.
Oh no, he's going back
Oh
top. Is
god,
he?
do not gank. If I gank this, I'll in the review.
Dude, he showed.
Yeah, he shouldn't even go to Krugs. By the way, what Viego needs to do here is you just go Raptors, Wolves, Blue, Gromp. You need to be.
He's lost too much time.
It's just too much time, and also the enemy jungler can now take those bot camps. You know.
Well,
So Viego's
I think that's a
starting to
bit
lose the
theoretical,
mind a
is it
little
not? Can Volibear really do this?
Nah, no
Well,
way.
he should know.
Volibear
He
did.
should know that he's on grubs. Like he has plenty of time. He could have definitely.
Okay.
I mean, Nico could definitely bully him and push him out there. But
I guess
like,
Bid
again,
would
it's
have
just the
prior.
principle
Victor
still
does have
stands.
prior.
You're right, Nathan. There is a world where this wave crashes, and Volibear can get in there.
Yeah, exactly right. So you should have done Raptors, Wolves, Blue, Gromp. Shows top.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the only benefit of the grubs, I guess, is that, you know, Caitlyn can utilize it really well. Victor also made a play mid with Nico missing. So Victor nearly died to the Nico roam. And that was a very clear roam window. So, you know, borderline a quarter strike. I want to give Van a quarter strike there.
Okay. Very kind in the mid lane academy.
Yep. Very kind.
Okay, Nico's overcomplicated the game. This is a massive end of reviewer for her. We're winning this game by taking the bot tower. Stop ganking mid. I'm so pissed off for tenshi.
Yep,
in
it's
this
an
situation.
ASOL doesn't even give a shit. Just let ASOL do his thing.
It's fine to do the little gank and blow the Victor flash, I guess, but even then I don't really like it. Just play to the win condition. You know? I mean, she just lost all her HP doing this dive. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
She needs to be here for Caitlyn to push this out. Viego finishes clear. Caitlyn crashes.
You know
away.
what should happen now is that now Caitlyn is actually vulnerable off the bounce.
Yeah,
To be honest,
it's
they should try
really
and blow
rough.
sums or zone here.
I think Rakan goes mid instead, which is pretty good for Caitlyn. Caitlyn's just so far ahead of Kai'Sa at this point. It's crazy.
Okay, so yeah, I mean the win con's still the same, right? Viego's still in a very good position. Caitlin's still in a very good position. It's still very much a mid to bot. Let Sion rot on top side. I mean, he's doing fine. Sion he's dying, but like
It's 300
he's
gold. It's the Bow
yeah,
special. He's
it's
just
about
down
special.
300 gold. Yeah.
He's actually doing fine. So like, and he hasn't lost a single plate. So
I love
that's
seeing
what a plate.
him with this much farm. It just makes me feel good. Like this is a top laner, you know. It's a good top laner.
This guy knows how to play Sion. You can tell that for
Yes.
sure.
Okay, what's going on with Viego here? Why are we not playing for Triforce?
Viego, I mean, he's trying to greed the component, right? My math isn't good enough to know if he can afford it, but
I don't know
that's
either
why
as
he's
well.
staying on the map.
Stay on the map.
100%.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, correct. Okay.
I think it's 1830 or something.
I think you might be right. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Viego has to fully carry. I mean, too bad it's not really Caitlyn's popping off. I mean, yeah, as Curtis said, I just don't know how blue team wins this game.
So what happens here is Viego needs to lane gank bot. This is where you do the will deploy. Yes, this is so good because these camps are spawning, but you lane gank bot. This is exactly what I would do in this situation as well. Fuck yeah.
Well, they
This is
actually
game
ping top side as well. Look at there's a ping on blue team ping top side.
Because you take
This
tower
is
on
mid
this
game.
crash.
This is how you close out games as mid game as a jungler, by the way. You get Triforce, fuck your camp rotation now. Let's win the game. Let's get into bot side. Let's get aggressive.
Perfect.
This
love
is a game winning, Rome. Yeah, this is challenger level stuff. I mean, game winning deploy.
Yes.
And you switch into their jungle.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
If he's waiting for his trinket, he's going to place the
camps.
trinket. Oh, Viego, mate. You're smurfing it. Holy shit.
To be honest, you actually do want Sweeper, though, actually, when you get Triforce, because you're going to be more aggressive. The principle is you get Sweeper when you want to be aggressive. The ward in their jungle is okay, but Sweeper's just better, because your job as a jungler at this point is to deny vision, not gain vision. That's the support's job.
He didn't place it anyway, so...
And Asol, honestly, Asol's played a really good game. He's minimized a hard matchup. He's now got to his Rylai's. He's in a really good position now. He's now rock and rolling, level 9. Like, Asol's online. Like, Asol can skirmish now.
Okay, so the only way that blue team are going to win this game, let's flip the switch a little bit, is this guy. This guy needs to get involved in probably the 15-minute Rift Herald fight.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
Viego can grief to an Aatrox. If people run into Aatrox, he can kill them, but they need to play
quite
their range.
honestly, if you look blue team, they've got very good skirmishing. With the Kai'Sa Rakan, Volley, Aatrox, that's very good skirmishing. So, like, what they need to do is they need to play off all their R's and sums, and they need to send it, like Charles said, on that rift even.
All execution. This is all
It's
execution.
all execution, yeah. It's all execution.
There's no, you can't think your way out of this game. It's a pure mechanics max.
Exactly right. But it's going to be very hard to get that fight, though, because this Caitlyn Nico is going to be incredibly oppressive. You know, like, how do you, like, it's all good and well to say you got good skirmishing, but this is the way League has evolved as a game, is that it's not about, like, comps holistically as much when you've got lane counters, because this is the thing. Caitlyn Nico, they're going to have all the vision in the world. They're going to push you back to your tower. You're going to be fighting on their terms. So now it's up to them to fuck up, really. You're waiting for the chink in the armor for them to overstep. And this is where even a little bit of creativity is required from blue team, in my opinion.
Wait, Charles, what do you think about Caitlyn Nico going top instead of mid? And Aurelion still stays mid and just chip away the top tower? Because I find Caitlyn is a champion that can break the rules a little bit, and you're just getting 15 plates. And top's easier to get.
I would only do that if it was like 9 minutes in the game. If we're like super early, then yes, I love this top spot, because then you can technically get 15 plates. But at this point, mid push is too important. There's too much shit going on. The second the buffs are spawning, we want vision, and just keep the game simple. But yeah, I do like that. So with the lane counter stuff, Curtis, like the thing that historically breaks lane counter comps is just hard engage. And if you look at the blue side comp, they don't have any reliable engage. So this Rakan flash, this team is actually good. It's not Aatrox. I've changed my mind. They have to live and die by Rakan's flash. It's the only way they can go in.
Yeah.
But playing Rakan is not easy.
But Victor doesn't make sense in this comp then. What you need is that you need something that can go in.
You need a Kali or something, right? Yeah.
I mean, even like TF or Talia or something. Yeah, you need something that can go forwards. Or an assassin. Yeah, like a Kali. Just something that can go forwards.
Viego just made the only play that he loses.
I said
in the
it.
game. He's just done it. You did say it. This is the only way. End of review. Viego is done.
Like, look what he's done. He should be playing through mid. So what you should do, guys, is you should wait for these two people to crash the wave deep, and then Caitlyn and Nico rotate up, and then meets up with Viego, and then you skirmish. Fighting without
Wow.
Caitlyn is so illegal. He's too.
Oh, my junglers are so close. They're
They are,
so,
they're really
This
close.
guy,
they're
this
so
guy's
far.
like,
They're
he's
so close yet
three-quarters of the
so
way there.
far. They're so
Yeah.
close yet so far, you know?
So
Mhm.
sad. It's honestly so sad.
He did so many good things. Viego did so many good things.
I'm gonna half strike tenshi for not calling resources. You need to dictate the game as Caitlyn. You need to be
Yes,
literally
agree. Take
micromanaging your
control.
team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. I never,
Bloody
I
hell.
did not see that coming. I thought Viego was more disciplined than that. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Junglers are
Well,
strange
again,
role,
that's-
Curtis. They can look challenger 1 second and do that.
Yes.
And
It's
Nico,
crazy.
yes.
I shouldn't. I mean, Nico's already striked, but like Nico, why is Nico staying mid like this? Like
There's
Nico's
no fog warrior.
There's no fog warring. There's no like what's going on here? You know, like just
Cupcake
sitting
will
in
be
mid.
very upset about this for sure.
Well, it's very
Yeah.
rigid thinking. Like they're Caitlyn, Nico. We need to push the wave. We need to hit the tower. But League of Legends is more than that. You need to push the wave and then assess the map. And sometimes, even if you're playing Kate, you need to push and roam, especially if
I
your
mean-
team if stuff's happening. You know.
But the crazy thing is here, there's no way red team like they just still don't have enough of a lead. They still, I mean, sorry, blue team still don't have enough of a lead in my opinion.
Because they're rather than soul scaling.
Yeah, you got to raise ASL scaling. You got Kate. This Caitlyn's going to be a huge nuisance. Like it's hard.
I love this by Kaiser. Just kill trade. That's so good by Kaiser. I love
That's
that.
really good. That's
Just
good, yeah.
Because again, guys, we're hitting the mid tower when we should be getting priority and playing through fucking like the river. Like,
Yep.
Tenshi might be end of review. Like he's fucked the game.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna hold off on the end of review.
Well, I would be honest, is Caitlyn and Nico, they played lane great. Their wave management was really good, but they don't know how to end this game. They don't know what to do to progress the game. They need to be using their mid priority to get vision and then create front to back scenarios around that rift. Make
It's
them
like you
come
said,
to
they should never be able to face check the river. Like blue team should be locked out from the river the whole game.
Kate traps are incredibly obnoxious in games like this.
Yep, and Nico's sitting in bushes. Like, just make the game unplayable. Diego's face checking the river when Caitlyn's in base. It's all in
There's
shambles.
just no
It's
team
the
play.
13
Everyone's
to
running
20
around like
minute
careless
mark.
chicken.
Okay,
Yeah,
they
everyone
just
loses their
always talk
mind.
about it.
Play with waves, guys. You know, all their camps are up. Yeah, okay.
But
There's
like,
two
I
KOs.
honestly
Yeah.
think this red team, they have a bunch of players that are really close. Like Tenshi's really impressive wave management.
Yeah.
Even some of the Nico's positioning in lane was really good. Viego, some great clearing. Sion as well, even like with some of the proxying and minimizing on weak side. Like all of these players have had like a really good. They've all had a crack. They've all had a crack. And it makes so much sense that they're in platinum, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
Because
the having a
platinum
crack
is that
zone.
rank.
Yeah.
It's like that's that having a crack zone where like they know a lot about the game, but there's just a few like 5%ers there that would skyrocket them massively, you know?
Yeah, and the transition period of the game, Curtis, is just where I go to in reviews all the time with players like this. Just like, you've won lane, cool. What next? What are you doing? How are we
How do you
translating
end the game?
Yeah.
But look, they still got Dragon. So what I should see from Caitlyn Nico is move into his bot river, stop running up mid like this.
I hate this so much. Just get in the river. Get in the river.
Get in the river, put your Kate traps down in this choke point, and make them come to you.
Yeah, you've got 3 traps, like Curtis is
Hit the
saying.
drag.
Literally
Hit the
just
drag.
make a trap line here, start dragon, and then draw them in.
Hit the dragon, hit the dragon. We don't need to run into them. Your comp doesn't run forwards, it runs backwards, guys. Oh no.
Here comes Aatrox. Here
Here's
comes
Aatrox.
Aatrox.
Charlie's
beautiful
favorite champion.
W. He's played this really nicely.
Red team played that quite possibly as bad as you possibly could.
Yeah, we have to strike some people.
That is Sion needs to be Sion. That was Sion. Look at Sion. Ready, guys? I'm going in. Come on, guys. Look, Sion
Forward.
team. And
Look how forward he goes. You can just peel back. You don't have to go that forward. He should just be peeling back on the
Play
volley
with your
there.
carries. You've got
Yeah.
a fed ASOL and Caitlyn. Like, oh no. Yeah, wow. I mean, I would personally blame the scaling carries for this one more than the Sion.
Yeah.
Like, ASOL and Caitlyn should be talking about how to play the fight.
Caitlyn needs to be out of the game now. I would even say Sion needs to be half strike. Sion half strike.
So we've got a KO. ASOL gets a half strike, if that's okay, Curtis.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, I think we're good. I think Sion might even. I don't know if he's out the game. It's pretty bad.
This is crazy. This game is so crazy. It didn't play out at all like I thought it would. I thought it would be so clean from red team, but now what's happening is that they're playing into blue team's skirmishing tree. Remember what we said? They got good skirmishing with the Kaiser Rakan, and the only problem they have is getting that fight. but they ran into them, so they just gave them the fight. That's why, and Aatrox admittedly, grouped and did the right thing. So, props to Aatrox, but yeah.
Oh no, Tenshi. Oh no.
Yeah, Tenshi's.
Props to Kaiser for staying in this game emotionally, by the way. Just like he only died once on a 1-for-1. Kaiser for kind of played a good weak side.
I agreed. I agree. They've stuck in. They've hung on.
Wow.
Okay, so look, now the game is going to get messy because red team have lost their win condition kind of, and blue team are now starting to spike a little bit. Kaiser's going to start ramping up in skirmishing power. Rakan is going to start to be a bit of a problem, and Viego's lost sight of the game. I don't know. Viego's level down now, which is crazy.
Yeah. Viego's not coming with his team anymore. Viego's coming with the voices in his head. He just wants camps. Like,
he's purely he's checked out here. I think the Viego just completely just solo commando running around the map, just doing his own thing. Just doesn't care about the team. This guy's
full
but
as well.
They've still got the ASOL, right? The ASOL's in the back pocket.
Yeah. I mean, this is where we need to have some mental fortitude from red team, because it's the classic. We've got ahead, but we've thrown the game massively. We need to focus up because the gold lead isn't as bad as it looks. It's 17-6, but look, we're only like what's that? Like 1,000 gold, less than 1,000 gold between the teams. It's still very winnable.
And Aatrox really struggles into Caitlyn Nico. So assuming they play the fights well, Aatrox is strong, but like he's very easily to handle in this game.
Let's just put that in perspective, guys. This Caitlyn and this Nico took the bot tower at 12 minutes. It took them until 1940 to take mid tower. This game is like purely on them. They should have just rotated mid, played for push, and then slowly chipped the tower when you make people react. But it's just over forcing.
Yeah, so I guess the next neutral is Adacon, right? We got Adacon coming up. ASOL's scaling nicely. He doesn't have his empowered R right now.
So basically, like the saving grace is that Aatrox is a champion that doesn't scale indefinitely. Like you're a 2-3 item champion. After that, you're not going to scale that well.
Rakan is absolutely cooking here, going way too deep.
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't play through their win conditions. Just let Aatrox murder this guy, wait for him to shove and move, and then play aggressive.
This is the thing. Remember when you're in this elo bracket, gold and platinum, you're still in that mindset of playing it's all about you and your little microcosm of your game. We're still not yet at the stage where these players can think cerebrally about win conditions. That's more Emerald, right? Emerald that probably comes into play a little bit more. Maybe it's different for jungle, Nathan, because that you kind of always have to think about win conditions. But like for laners, it's more Emerald, and we're kind of seeing that with the Caitlyn and the all these players really. They're not really thinking about win conditions, and that's the big challenge.
Yeah, it's well put. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, their mental stacks are overwhelmed about what they want to do, their champions, their reference points. They don't have the freedom to think about the map holistically.
Yeah. And this is where Victor is going to start to ramp up. Victor's going to start to be a menace in these team fights, by the way, especially now with the amount of space that's going to be created from the volley and the holy shit, by the way, volley is he 1,700 gold ahead of Viego?
Yes.
Look at that. He's 1,800 gold ahead.
I mean, I forget why we KO'd that guy. We KO'd him because that's right. He died at the crab and then he wasted his ult off. That's correct. Yeah. And same with Kaiser code. It's like if Kaiser gets access, like she's farmed like not well, honestly, but she's
they're too strong now. They're actually I think they might be too strong in skirmishes.
Yeah, I don't see them ever losing a fight. Kaiser Rakan is deadly here, dude. And Aatrox and Volibear's strong here now. He's got 2 items.
This is the comp diff now. We're at the comp. They've got a really good forward. They all go forwards now, and now they've kind of unlocked.
It's lose lane win game.
This is the burden of execution again on a champ like Kate. It's not even just about you; it's about your whole team holistically, and it's just really hard to close out games with this champion in the lower ranks.
I
got flamed for putting her in S tier, Nathan.
People will flame you. Yeah, I mean, I could show you 100 examples of Caitlyn players failing to close out the game after a good lane.
We got flamed as well for putting Varus in, and then like, mate, you play Varus in solo queue and try to win a game. Like, sure, you're gonna kill some people, but you know how many deaths you're gonna have.
It's just win lane, lose game again. It's the same champion.
Because they're not thinking about the whole experience of the game. They think about, I can deal damage, I can win lane, but they don't think about the game holistically.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look, red team, it's on ASOL, right? I would say honestly, this game's on ASOL. ASOL has to stall this game out. They can as well. They can slow down this game. I mean, they've got 2 dragons in their back pocket. They could.
They're gonna get a third dragon. Here's a third dragon for them.
I mean, they've got that really good pick onto the ASOL there. I think that was actually, I mean, onto the Aatrox. So this third dragon's huge.
Yeah, Aatrox really fucked up, by the way.
What happened? Can we look at that?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, well, that's really bad.
We're like having a mother's club meeting, and this Aatrox is so close. So what's going on here?
No, that's Viego. That's Viego.
Wait, he's already died. I'm getting fucking confused. Okay, so let's go on to Blue Vision. Aatrox was pressuring mid at the wrong time, was he? I mean, the laner side was fucked. I can tell it from level 1. Like, look, this guy should be mid, Aatrox should be top. It's fucked. The laner side.
Look at where he's catching the wave, by the way. Look at where he's catching
it's psychopathic. It's psychopathic.
Just
recall, man. We just need to keep it simple. Be here for the next dragon. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, you don't need to be here right now. We're too early. Aatrox is here too early for the dragon. We're here like a minute and a half.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Aatrox is getting strikes. Aatrox is getting strikes.
And Kai'Sa.
And Kai'Sa, yes.
No, that's end of review for Aatrox, in my opinion.
Yeah, end of review. I agree. See you later.
It has to be, surely.
It is, because he's playing. He's not playing like a Fiora or something. There's no coming back from this.
That's his champion. That's his champion.
Your champ revolves around being there for those neutrals. You got there too early. You didn't set up. You died, lost your flash, I believe, and bounty here. And this gave the enemy third dragon. That's an end of review mistake. The game's on you. He's played a good game, right? Aatrox has played a good game, but, welcome to League of Legends.
Yeah. Venom Cobra, you're very close. You're very close.
He's very close. He is. He's very close. He's played a good game. His skirmishing was honestly pretty good as well.
So now what I want to see is not SeaWorld, Volibear. We're not at SeaWorld. We don't have to go to the Orca pit and watch the fucking whales. We need to be over here.
Trade, push, trade on the other side of the map. Let's go. You should be sprinting down mid.
Blue team's midwave, but we're literally at SeaWorld watching the fight. Let's see what the fucking sharks are doing.
Well, we'll see what happens. Red team. Red team can still mess up. Remember, they can run at the enemy. So we'll see what happens. They've shown a tendency to enjoy running at the enemy. So we'll see what they do after this one.
Hands off, execute. Hands off, execute.
Why are we fighting? This makes no sense. We've got no XLR.
No Viego. Why are they engaging?
Why are they fighting?
I mean, it kind of worked, honestly.
It's 4v5, right?
Yeah, but still, why risk it though? Why risk it?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Get him, our only souls. Smack him. Smack him.
Wow, Victor flashed. I mean,
I'm bamboozled that they. I think Nico got a really good R. I think
good ult. Yeah, it's a good ult, Nico. Yeah.
Let's get into the details a tad because we haven't really reviewed a team fight properly. So Nico's angle, beautiful angle by Mythological.
I think he loops around. I think he kind of turns into.
He does come back. Where does he go? How does the Nico get the ulti off?
Well, Nico is not even turning into anything. Nico should be like Sion or something here.
I mean,
just on the edge.
And Volibear just dove in way too deep as full damage volley. Didn't wait for the team at all. They're all getting murdered by the ASOL E.
ASOL E. It was the ASOL E. It was like the perfect Nico R into ASOL E. Volibear went too far forward. I honestly think Blue Team could have won that 4v5 if Volley didn't dive as deep. They were a little bit more cognizant of the Nico. I think they could have won it.
Where's Kai'Sa? Because Kai'Sa misplayed this dramatically. You know what this is, Nathan? Is what you always talk about, which is everyone just hit their buttons.
There's
no in and out. There's no anything like that. Rakan W'd out, by the way. That's horrific. You need to E out, mate, and then W in.
E out, yeah.
Kai'Sa has no access. Look, Kai'Sa just gets CC chained and dies in CC. Kai'Sa didn't even get to play the fight. No. That's so sad. Wow, Rakan's out the game for Wing out.
Yeah, Rakan's out the game. And then, I would say, look, Nico played that fight really well, but
she's already out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We need to strike Sion as well. I don't know why, but we need this guy's out of here. He's engaged a few fights he shouldn't have, and he's 1-8. So let's just not look past that. Cleaned it up.
Victor's kind of slowly crept up in this game. It's a silent killer. I mean, she's farmed and she's played fights okay. She didn't compensate in that fight, which was really good. And her positioning was quite good in that fight. So props to Van. She's hanging in there.
Yeah, you can tell Van has good fundamentals. She's not getting sucked into the chaos.
Yeah. So look, this game is honestly on a knife's edge. It's honestly after that Aatrox kill. I don't know why Aatrox is still in mid lane right now.
Stealing Kai'Sa's farm, by the way.
So what needs to happen here is that Aatrox needs to get his ass into side lane. He needs to be getting that prio into the Scion.
Flip lanes, guys. Get Victor top Aatrox spot. Like Aatrox can pressure this against Scion. Get Aatrox into bot lane, right?
Victor should theoretically be able to get prio. We'll see what happens.
Isn't it way harder for Victor to overextend when there's no T1 though? Like
True.
I feel like Victor just dies, whereas Aatrox can buy time.
Yep.
This just feels really unnatural.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, blue team still have very good skirmishing, so it's really going to come down to can red team play disciplined and play around the ASOL.
Nico playing on a nice edge. So do we just wait for the big ASOL ulti? Is that what we do, Curtis?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm ASOL, I'm very happy. I'm approaching my level 16. You know, it doesn't have to be empowered R, but I think as long as I'm not running into the enemy and we're controlling the choke points on a 3-item Caitlyn, I just don't see how you lose fights. Caitlyn ASOL is going to do too much damage.
Rakan just randomly went in and had to flash away, so now he's got no flash for the next fight.
That's very important to have flash from Rakan, guys. Yeah, very important.
Well, just thinking bot, I don't know if I agree with this. Scion is very difficult to kill, and we're going to lose a lot of control on top side. So we'll see what happens here.
No, Sion's very squishy. He has no AP items here, Curtis. You one-shot this guy. Look at Volibear's items. It's
Nathan loves killing Sions, right?
Yep.
You love killing Sions.
Yeah, free kills, dude. Free kills.
Well, that's actually a smart play because, yeah, Victor can shred, and then also on top of that, Victor has TP. So if they do Baron, Victor can TP here. They can fight this.
All right, let's see what happens.
What's going on? How do they die?
Oh, yeah, they're dead already.
Oh, no.
2 plays at once. It's the El Clasico, 2 plays at once. So what are they doing? So Rakan already fucked up by going in. Aatrox...
The call, right, from blue team should be volley. I'm going bot to kill Scion. You guys chill, and then we can TP to the... We'll TP
Don't tell me he goes in here. Doesn't he have the wall? Oh, my golly gumdrops.
Venom Cobra has fucked it up. And then Rakan compensates and just dies as well.
Golly gumdrops. This is, again, 2 plays at once. You make one play. His Volibear's there. Let him make the Volibear play. Then you guys just stall out the Baron. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Golly gumdrops.
Bloody hell.
He's not aware. I mean, he's just not aware of what his Volibear was doing. There was no... I don't know about what happened to the voice comms there.
What's going on in comms, right?
There. But I don't know what cooked. Something cooked there. Something cooked.
I'm pretty sure what I might think is happening is like Aatrox is confused about what to do when he's with the group. Aatrox as a player is probably used to playing top lane in solo queue where he's usually the one bot, right? Which is a lot harder. It's a lot easier than like grouping. Like he's kind of playing the job of a mid laner. A bit unnatural. So yeah, I mean, I always lane assignments bias. Like I just blame this all on lane assignments. Just get Aatrox in the bot lane. This wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier. But to be fair, Victor, I mean, Sion didn't have much MR, right? So Victor can...
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good point.
I mean? Like, Victor can do quite well into Scion. So, like, I'm not... That's why I'm not too bad. I'm not too iffy on it. I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, you're probably...
But now, ASOL's next R is going to be empowered. It should be game over here. They got the Baron. Caitlyn's on 3 items. ASOL's bordering on 3 items. They've got their on soul point as well. It should be a very, very clean end now from Red Team. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, look, 21-12, but we're up in gold by 4,000 on red team. Which
would technically, I mean, the Reliant Soul scaling and stuff, it would be like probably a 10,000 gold lead this game, theoretically, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, Kai'Sa's just useless. She has not completed the cull yet, by the way, guys. 180 farm.
Oh, I like what blue team are doing. I like how they're pincering. If I'm blue team, I like this. I think trying to make a play happen.
Here comes Aatrox. I like his Aatrox.
Yeah, I like it from Aatrox.
Here comes Aatrox. Here comes Aatrox.
Yeah. I respect this.
Aurelion Soul? Aurelion Soul?
Get amongst it, Kai'Sa.
Oh, look at the A-Soul, dude. This is the A-Soul in the KO.
Can't break the backline. The backline's too strong.
God.
No, Kai'Sa's too weak, guys. Like, this is the problem. Like, this champion is just doing negative damage this whole game. Like, down 3k gold. Kai'Sa can't deal damage in this fight. And Victor kind of ulted over here.
Soul,
oh, wouldn't it be nice?
No, Kai'Sa could have just R'd in. Why didn't he R in? Kai'Sa had to R in, no?
You should try for sure, but he's not going to win. Like, look at the back line. Like, I mean, there's no CC to jump off. You have to jump off this, but then you're ulting forward on that. Yeah, it's so hard to do that. Yeah. Maybe you should still try it though. You should try it.
So
it's one of those things where you can't wait for the perfect engage. You know, you just have to go.
I want to just recap before we even get into the MVP, LVP type stuff. Like, I think that this is a really great example of both. I mean, everyone in this game, what we would recommend you do is just start thinking a little bit bigger picture about the game. And also, I think a lot of people here need to work on their translational leads. I think a lot of people here have okay champ mastery. They seem to be doing okay in the early game, but the translational leads needs a lot of work. So you guys are all in the academies. Next review session, we need to start taking a look at your translational leads.
Transition period, very important.
So MVP.
All right, awards. MVP would have to go to... God, there's mistakes from all over the place, wasn't there?
You could ask me ASOL, right?
Yeah. I honestly think it is. ASOL's played an okay game. He minimized. He was not in the easiest matchup. As weird as that is to sound, I think it is ASOL.
It could be ASOL or Caitlyn, but Caitlyn fucked up her transition too hard.
That's absolutely not MVP. Yeah, that's your entire champ identity.
So, and what was the other one? Not doing LVP for this one, right? We're doing student
of the game. Who gets the most learn-ins?
Who learned the most?
One
I
of our
think
jungle
Aatrox
friends again.
learned a lot.
Yeah.
He could have won the game himself if he just didn't get caught.
I think Volley, surely. I mean, not Volley, sorry, Viego. Surely Viego learns a lot from this game.
Yeah, not ganking Sion.
Viego. Yeah.
I think Viego.
It's a learning as well.
The Aatrox would be having a crack.
Yeah,
okay.
Agreed. Aatrox had a crack. He had a crack. He didn't really know how to translate the lead, but he had a crack. I agree.
He went to the dragon. It was the right idea. It was just way too early, right? Yeah. So it's like sort of close, but went too early and then sort of stuffed the Atlantis arms and stuff. Caitlyn, I would say also maybe could be in contention for having the crack, but I think Aatrox,
I was saying that as well. I the only reason I didn't want to give it to Kate is I feel like Kate kind of just like gave
it's like
up.
A given to win lane.
Gave up.
Yeah.
Like I think as soon as Caitlyn swapped mid, she just took the hands off the keyboard and it's like, all right, I've done my job, I've won my lane. Now you guys take control. That I didn't feel. I actually don't feel she had a crack. I think she had a crack for half the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, she had a crack to kill the mid T1. Died trying to
I that's why I think Aatrox made decisions. They were kind of, some of them were wrong, but he made decisions.
That's true. He was actually having more of a crack. The Caitlyn was just like playing not to lose.
Agreed. That's what I think anyway. Well, that's it, Nathan. Wrap it up.
All right, good work, guys. We'll see you on our next episode.